Hey everybody, welcome to another 0 Hour vlog right here on Superlative Radio. I am just enjoying the weather this summer, but more importantly than that, I want to talk to everybody about what it means to have loyalty. Loyalty is a very interesting word, and it's used in a number of different ways, especially when it comes to things like what it means to be loyal to somebody. You know, generally, when we think of loyalty, you tend to think of like the army or, whatever, and the fact that people are loyal to their country and they do whatever and blah, blah, blah. But loyalty has a great meaning when it comes to relationships, whether it be with a significant other, like a lover, or a husband or a wife, or a boyfriend or a girlfriend, or even just your friends. And I've learned a lot about loyalty over this last year. As I've talked about many times before, both on my show and in my vlogs, I have experienced some of the best loyalty I've ever had in my life over the last year. I've also been on the receiving end of people who I thought I had loyalty with breaking it. When you experience two extremes like that, it really gives you a perspective on how you view the world. And some days you view it as a good thing, some days you view it as a bad thing. But I've come to realize that when you have loyalty from somebody, and that could be a friend, and in this case with me, as I've said before, when I talked about friendship, loyalty means something. And it's one thing to have integrity, and it's another thing to have honesty, but when you have loyalty with somebody, that speaks to you in a way that you can't really describe it unless you experience it. When someone breaks that loyalty, it's probably one of the worst things you can experience. So I just want everybody who's listening or watching this, just when you're out there and you're thinking about what it means to be loyal to somebody, when you say you've got somebody's back, or you give your word to be with somebody, don't give up because of a rough period. Don't give up because something you think is too hard, especially when it comes to relationships. People today tend to take the easy way out with divorce. And, when you say vows to somebody, you're basically pledging that you will be loyal to them in a number of ways. When you break that without really putting any effort into making, that work because, there's a rough period or a rough patch or you're having a hard time, and that applies to whether it be a friend or a lover. When you have loyalty and you pledge to be loyal to somebody and you give them that, then stand by it. The only thing you have in life that you will die with is your word and what kind of a person you were. So if you give up, and you keep breaking your word, or you keep breaking your promises, or you keep selling out your friends, or your legacy that you're leaving behind, that's all people are going to remember about you. Because the good will not outweigh the bad in that case. But if you stand by what you say, if somebody says, geez, I remember the Saw when he was young, it's a shame he's passed. I always remember he kept his word. Or, gee, I remember Dylan when he was a young boy. Look at the man he's grown up into, and he always keeps his word. When you can say that about somebody, that's saying that, you've made an impression that will last with people. But when you give it up, at the end of the day, we're only as good as our word. So if you can't give somebody your word and stick to it, go eat a bullet. You may as well, because at that point you've given up all credibility to yourself. The people that I've gotten loyalty from over the last year, they know who they are. And I don't have to thank them anymore because I already have and they know it. And the people who've broken my loyalty and broken my trust, they know it too. And what they've lost with me is more than I ever lost with them. Anyway, till next time, keep listening, and thanks.